Well, Halloween can be full of tricks and treats. When you're talking about money, you don't want to let certain financial mistakes trick you. It's a treat today to have Richmond money expert Bryan with us again today to explain. Good morning.
It's good to be here, and you said it. There's so many, look, there are tricks out there, so we're going to make sure that we avoid certain scary financial, even terrifying financial situations. I thought that this would be a good thing to talk about while everybody's frightened anyway. To make sure that they take away some of these thoughts about scary financial situations, because it's real.
Yeah, so where do you want to start?
Well, I think that really the bottom line of all the scary financial situations is budgeting. I mean, when I looked at all the solutions, when I looked at a solution to how to handle a job loss, a solution to handling a disability, a solution to avoiding bankruptcy, a solution to avoiding foreclosure, it all comes back to budgeting. How you spend your money and taking the sacrifice, making the sacrifice, taking the steps to make sure that you're living below or at least within your means, because all of these things are created from bad financial habits. If you may not be able to control a job loss. Now that's a scary financial situation, but we need to always live knowing that we have to have an emergency fund, because a job loss is not the worst thing that can happen. Actually, a much more terrifying situation is losing a job due to a disability. And I've seen that happen. So when you have your budget in order, when you have your disability insurance paid, when you have the proper coverages, then you can take care of handling yourself until maybe you can file for a disability and be approved, because that can take a long time and it really can become difficult. So then you can look at things that you can actually use to create income during a disability. Technology and the internet has helped a lot of disabled people be able to generate creative sources of income, working from home, and even writing books and selling their own books, and they don't have to go into the workplace. So, and then that moves us gradually into situations like, unfortunately, the majority of home foreclosures are due to a disability. And people think it's because of a job loss, but no, you can get another job. You can do whatever you've got to do when you're healthy. But when you're disabled, it's easier for it to unfortunately lead to a foreclosure and possibly even a bankruptcy. So to avoid that with a foreclosure, a key point there is to make sure that you communicate with the people that you owe.
Yeah, you don't want to not take their phone calls, not answer their letters.
That's right. You want to communicate with them, or if you're severely in a situation where you can't, make sure the people that are helping you communicate with the people that you owe, specifically your home, so that you do have a place to live. And don't take steps out of fear, because generally a lot of these scary financial situations are handled out of fear. And when you look closely at them, they're not as frightening as you think. But you have to take the point of saying, I'm not going to be afraid, it's not as bad as it seems, and I have to address this issue. So when you call the people that you owe the mortgage to and you can't pay your mortgage, communicate with them, explain your situation, then they can explain to you if you are not going to be able to pay it, when you need to leave. And don't leave a moment too soon, because there are ways to restructure the loan, but you have to talk to them to find out.
You're not the first person they're dealing with this, so they know how to work this out.
Even though you feel that you're the only person, it's only happening to me, and then they're sitting there saying, okay, they already have a format in order. This is how we handle this. You can tell them, I've filed for disability, or I'm looking for another job, and that leads us also to bankruptcy has become this situation, Cheryl, of this that's just what people do. And they don't realize the damage that bankruptcy can do to you as far as trying to get a job. I've seen so many people even running for political office where bankruptcies are public information. So they can impact your voters. Might be disappointed with that. You can be in an industry, especially like financial services. We cannot have people in financial services. It is totally frowned upon to have a bankruptcy or foreclosure or poor credit. So it's going to limit your industries that you can be in. So when you want to avoid the scary financial situation of a bankruptcy, it goes back to our core statement of making sure that you learn to budget, learn to deal with, if you have a spending addiction, make sure you get help with that. Get credit counseling, get a mental counseling, talk to a psychiatrist about why am I spending this much? What is going on? What is the underlying problem?
All right, JB, you've scared us straight today. We're going to go home.
Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you very
You're
much.
You're beautiful.
I'm going to go home and make a budget.
Ever. That's right.
For my birthday. Thanks so much for the information. JB offers free money seminars every Wednesday at noon and Sundays at 3 for business owners. Pre-registration is required. We'll put a link to more information on our website. Just go to WTVR.com/VTM.